The situation in my Middle East, and I say my Middle East, it's barely mine at all, but it's looking rather stressful. We're barely holding Baghdad, some, I don't know what that is, Syrian troops, Yugoslavian troops, but I realize now that I have 8 Spanish divisions in Kuwait that simply must be rescued.
Yes, you do. And I mean, this is there's United Kingdom troops, there are Philippines, Australian, Irish troops, and Turkish troops.
Yeah, I know, it's a mix, and Turkish troops, they're the most annoying, but I must say, nationally Spain is putting a lot of effort here, which is appreciated given that we haven't really had them in the war before.
Yeah, but I'm like, look at it. Do you have allied battle plans active?
Is that... I think so, yeah, I do.
Because look in Turkey and just look at the thick line of battle plans that are running all across Middle East. It's a goddamn clusterfuck.
I know. It looks like, if you look at like a map of... what's that thing called in English? That sport? Orientation? Can it be that? No?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing where you stamp different things? I don't know. It looks, on a map like that, it would mean that there's a huge hill that is like Iraq or the further east Iran.
Yeah, I actually had to take that bit off because it was just too much. Because Vichy France decided, hey, let's have one, and then whoever else decided, hey, let's have one, and then someone else said, blah, 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 and so on.
Yeah,
it's just not good. And have you seen Norway? Because the situation in Norway has kind of deteriorated.
Escalated.
I
ran troops. I ran troops in...
yes, that is true. Iranian troops just outside of Bergen. But yeah, they have gotten a lot of help. And
also nationally Spain is there.
But I hold all the important cities. I hold important cities and nothing else. The countryside is all Norwegian and Iranian, apparently.
If I were you, which I'm not, but if I was...
You wish you were, but... Okay.
Once you take the Isle of Kola, you could have about, 5-6 divisions or something join up with the northern forces.
When you say Isle, do you mean peninsula?
What did I say? Did I say...
You said Isle of Kola.
Oh... I do mean peninsula.
Because I was slightly confused, but do you mean another thing than I thought you were referring to? But oh well. I think, I will soon win the war versus the Soviet Union, there's no question about that.
It's good that you're pushing south in...
Yes, I am. I have actually,
Turkey.
Let's see how many divisions there are along that front line. Can I get information on this? There's apparently a few. 47 divisions? If I don't see incorrectly. Yeah, around 47 divisions that are pushing south. So hopefully you can manage to not mess that up until, I get there.
We'll see. No promises.
Well, of course there's no promises. You are the one in charge. So, yeah. No, I'm being a bit...
saucy.
I'm being too harsh on you.
Yeah, even before this recording, you should have heard, dear listeners, he was merciless.
Of course. It's the only way you can learn.
I like saying listeners, by the way. It reminds me of some old radio show or something.
Yeah, but to be fair, okay, we're on, speed 2 and you still lag behind. What the hell?
Do I?
To be fair, there's a lot going on, so maybe your computer is just not up to snuff. When we pause something?
Maybe, yeah.
Did I pause the game? Were you so slow that it actually paused the game? You couldn't run time at all. Time cannot pass because you're too slow.
Then you know that you're old.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I actually have quite a few divisions that are ready now, so I think I will transport them to Sweden, honestly. There's 10 divisions that have been fully trained while the war has been going on. So that will be useful, let's just say. I should probably send some troops to the occupied territories to calm them down. One to Minsk and one to Moscow. I just want to say I'm quite a far bit off from Moscow. I've gotten, a lot east, let's just say. A lot of Russia proper is in my land now. The fall of Baku. Well.
Oh, fantastic. The capital of Azerbaijan today.
Yes.
Just felt like enlightening.
Yeah. Did you know that it was capital of Azerbaijan?
So it's 1944. How long is this game again? Is it?
I think it is 46, 47, something like that.
It's nothing, not more.
But I think you can just continue on after the time ends, unlike in Victoria 2, where kind of, how did your country do? And then, screw you, you're over.
You have to imagine the rest.
Yes, or tweak the settings files, which it's not too hard to do, but it's a bit inconvenient when you could just do like, well, would you like to view the game over screen, or would you like to continue? Because I like games that allow you to continue past, so you don't have this arbitrary date that you have to, focus everything on.
Yeah.
Sweden, you're a goddamn clusterfuck. But I have now 5 actual infantry divisions, 2 SS divisions, which are motorized, 2 medium tank divisions, and 1 regular panzer division, which is light tanks primarily. So it could be pretty good. Hopefully.
I mean, the situation in Africa has just been incredibly slow and dull and
yeah, Africa's been dull ever since we took, when the Panzer Corps first arrived and blitzed through Africa, or Egypt, I mean. Ever since then, it's been quite dull, but what can you do? What can you do? But hopefully I can now take Freetown for finally. There's 1 Irish and 2 British. Actually, there's no Brits there. There's just Irish troops and Indian troops, depending. Under British leadership, though, which is unfortunate. Oh well. They will still die, which is the important part.
What are the... Jesus, how do I improve fighting strength? Do I just rest people?
Fighting strength, they kind of, they need to get equipments and stuff like that transported to them.
Okay.
So it's most likely due to supply line problems that they can't reinforce their divisions.
How do I overview my supply line problems? Is it basically infrastructure? Or?
Yes, it is in infrastructure.
Okay.
It's also supply areas map mode, where you can see, how it flows, I think. At least, I don't know how to really understand it, but I think it's. I actually do not know how to understand it at all. So, never mind me. I'm just existing.
Caught you off guard.
Yes, I never tried. I never had to use this before because my supply lines have been fantastic. No, but you see here, local infrastructure 0, previous blah blah blah.
Because I'm having quite a bit of trouble in Africa with just that. In fact, everywhere where I battle pretty much. So I don't... But the thing is, if I have it, the enemy should have, similar conditions at least. Which I don't think is happening.
I think I can understand it now suddenly. So if I look at what Mali is today, I'm pretty sure. It says that required, stuff, 18.4 from the army. And then supported through the infrastructure, 1.89. So basically 1/10 of all supplies can get there. Meanwhile, in Kenya, or right outside Kenya there, required 86.2, supported 31. So not very good. So you would basically have to take a third of your troops. So basically you would have to do redundant and stupid.
Well, soup myself for getting involved in these weird conflicts.
Yep. It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
More or less.
It's always been your fault, and it will always continue to be. How does that feel?
I don't know.
It should make you feel horrible. Well, I'm happy for my little friend Gerd von Rundstedt. He is a masterful general. What?
I just... Oh.
Did you lose?
Idiocy. No, I had... is there any way at all that I could... like when I mark units with my mouse, is there any way I can unassign them from their current commander with like a hotkey or just a smooth button?
When,
like, for example, I've accidentally I have all my Western Africa troops under the same general as my Eastern Africa troops. It's all under Badoglio. He has 76 divisions. I don't know how that happened.
So you accidentally merged them together.
But is there any way to unassign them other than individually unassigning about 30 divisions?
Well, I mean, if you select the troops that you want unassigned on the map and then right-click on the portrait, and well, you complete it. I'm assuming that they are quite geographically
Oh, but hang on. Okay,
distinct.
I could just create a new army. It was as simple as that.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Question answered or something.
question answered through intelligence. Wait, are these Hungarian troops? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that I have Hungarian troops around with Erwin Rommel for some reason. Oh well. Oh god. I do hate the amount of troops coming from there. In Senegal, apparently they sent in their elite forces. But how's it going for you?
Mixed success.
Mixed bag. I'm trying to close. I'm trying to close off, Liberia once and for all, which is not easy, but perhaps it can be done. Perhaps was. Oh no! Ah, god damn it! I don't know if you've seen what happens in Baton. There are nasty things happening.
No, I thought it was Soviet. Oh, poor Brest garrison.
Yeah, and Lorient.
That's the annoying thing. I think that there is just it's very hard to be prepared for naval invasions because obviously one could say that, well, you should always be prepared, but I mean...
Yes, you should.
Should you be prepared with 5 divisions or 50? There's no, I'd love it if you got if there was more of a espionage thing to this that you could. I mean, I think there is, just that I don't use it that much or that well. But I'd like more sort of automatic espionage, sort of you can spend a certain amount and your chief of intelligence will get back to you with the enemy is developing the atomic bomb, or the they're preparing a huge invasion and we think it's through Normandy, or we think it's through Gibraltar, or just something like that. It doesn't even have to be accurate, but just some kind of that you get a clue.
I agree, and I also would like you to be able to know, when the enemy landed on certain places. There's a pop-up.
Yeah.
Sir,
yeah, exactly.
Sir, Chancellor, and this place has been taken by the Brits for a naval invasion. And because only the first one on a specific region would be enough, just to understand that, there's been a naval invasion here. Perhaps I should react to this.
Yeah, and right now I'm a bit annoyed by the fact that in the interface you have all these pop-ups, at least I do, of unread port strike results, and,
yes.
and so of course you can dismiss that, but it's that's not that relevant in comparison to a pop-up of oh hey, you've been invaded.
I agree. For the first time ever, I agree with you.
Yeah, and also I think, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think the whole Air Force interface is pretty confusing, or could be a lot simpler at least.
There could probably be some improvements there, but
I don't know.
I have gotten used to it.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I can't really specify what I'd like. It's just that I feel like I have very little control of what's being produced and how it's being used and where they are and everything, pretty much.
Yeah, but perhaps you're just not very comfortable with the tool.
I think
also
perhaps
you need some more time to...
Yeah, and the thing about Horse of Iron is that everything is so important in the beginning. If you screw things up in the beginning, like I think I did with this being my first save that I'm participating in, I think I could have researched differently, certainly, that I would have had, or than I would have today or so.
Probably could have, but I mean, that's probably true for me as well.
You're doing very well in Liberia. I wonder why that is. Why are your 6 divisions so powerful compared to my... And again, the Americans have about 45 divisions, or even approximately 50 with the British.
Yeah, but it could also be that my troops get the supplies they need, so they're always at full strength. If I look at
But
your
how
troops,
could
yours
I-
probably like almost none of your troops are full strength. They have full
Yeah,
morale or organization, but very few
But
of them have
how?
full
What's
strength.
the difference here? Infrastructure, right? Or like?
Well, I mean, also general amount of troops. Like I don't have, in these areas combined, I have 8 divisions. You have at least double that. At least.
Yeah, but I mean, the enemies should suffer from that problem as well, shouldn't
Well, they do. They do. It's just that now they have this still such huge quantities of men that it's difficult to advance on them. And if your troops are also not having enough men, then it's just I don't know. It becomes a staggering problem. I don't know. I don't know why they do so well as they do. But in reality, they're not really doing that well since they're not advancing enough on us. Because if you look at the amount of troops, they have almost 40 divisions in one region alone, and they're barely winning those battles against us. And we have 2 divisions in total facing them, or 3 in fact. So they're not doing too well.
I suppose.
Except now Canadians have landed outside of bloody Casablanca, so I need to retake that, which is annoying. Really damn annoying. And how's it going against the Soviet Union? Well, they're not surrendering yet. I don't like that. They should. But at least in the south there it's going much better.
I think things are smoothing up in Turkey as well.
Good. Good. And you have now a lot of help from the nationalist Spanish and the Bulgarians and...
Yeah, the Bulgarians, I'm controlling their units a bit, and
you do.
sure, they only have, I think, there's 10 divisions there, but I mean, they are well supplied, as opposed to my African heroes.
Yeah, I would imagine they would be well supplied. God damn it. Erwin Rommel. Oh no, they are punchy over there as well. I actually really don't know why I have such issues on... as you do, but
Yeah,
I guess
it's
that's-
pretty terrible.
Then again, I don't know, the makeup of your units, how many men there are there, if there's any specialized thing that needs to
Then
be
again,
sent and stuff like that.
there is the feel of like logistics. Would that tab? I haven't really looked at that tab. A whole
Well,
lot.
logistics is mostly, how much you're producing compared to how much you
Okay,
have
producing.
of various types and stuff like that. So it doesn't say
Yeah.
too much on where the supply issues are from. That you get mostly from supply areas.
All right.
So they will tell you how much you support compared to how much you have. So right now in the northern part, my troops there are not as well supported as they could be. But since they have been well supported so far, it's not a huge problem. But in Africa there's a massive problem, especially in the big part of what's essentially Mali, which basically has no infrastructure whatsoever. So you could technically, in construction, build infrastructure there to kind of improve on things, maybe.
In Mali?
Yeah, so you could build some infrastructure in like a path in Africa that our things could be transported via, and then add it to the top in the construction list. Like I have 1,000,001 things to repair, which is insane.
That's the thing is we're fighting on your territory though, so.
Yeah, maybe we're. Who knows? Then
But I should probably
Then I won't do that.
improve it anyway.
Wait, what happened to the troop in Brest? Did I lose that one? That seems silly. Or did it get transported away? My troops decided, you know what? Let's get out of here. We don't want to be part of facing off this invasion. That's the problem also when... I'm using garrison thing, which is not very, very good. I should really use a different system. I got advice to do a fallback line, but I haven't got around to it. I should.
Fallback line.
Because right now I'm just using garrison area, so it will decide, oh, let's put, men at the most important points, where there are victory points and stuff like that, and air bases, to protect them. But the enemy generally doesn't really care, so, yeah. Take from that what you will. So I must retake a port here, so they can't use it. And Nantes and Rennes needs to be taken as well. Just damn Brits. That's all.
That's enough.
Enough said. Everyone can get meaning from that.